This is Dr. Jake Taylor Jacobs.
And Iggy.
Hey, listen, Iggy, we got something exciting.
Yeah.
Right? We got a little something exciting. You want to tell them what we got exciting?
So, we're excited to be back with you. It's been about a week since we seen y'all here live.
What were we doing?
Because we've been teaching. We had a 4-day live training that kind of turned into more like 6-day live training with people teaching exactly what's inside this book. You've seen us talk about this book. You've heard us talking about buying companies, talk about acquisitions. We put all our information inside our book, and today is the day that we officially launch into the people. We even got a special offer that y'all can be able to learn about as y'all watch. And Dr. J gonna be doing some good teaching because it get gooder and gooder.
It get gooder and gooder. Today I'm gonna be talking about. I got my notes right here. Today I'm gonna be talking about the 3 main reasons why every new entrepreneur or existing entrepreneur should actually buy a business versus starting one from scratch. I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit about the statistics that are out there and tell you why not only this book is important, but being a part of the community that comes with this book, because the opportunities for entrepreneurship is absolutely amazing in this moment in time. The problem that we're dealing with is that too many people are starting businesses from scratch when there are many businesses already available for sale that can actually help people kind of get going. So what we're going to kind of do, Iggy's going to call out the name. I'm going to write the name in the book. We're going to sign it because both he and I wrote it. And then I'm going to teach along the way.
Yeah. So getting it started off, I'm gonna call out the name, and so Dr. J can write it in the book, and then he's gonna sign. Pass it to me while I'm signing. He'll be kind of doing some expounding on the 3 points we're talking about today. And the thing is, like I said, every new entrepreneur in today's world, you should have in your mind to being able to buy a company versus starting one from scratch. And this is coming from people who have started and built successful businesses from scratch. And we just found it to be better that you can go out and buy businesses and you don't even have to spend all your cash on it. You don't have to spend your own money on it. You can get financing in a ton of different ways. And we talk about it in this book. So today's going to be good, bro. Today's going to be good. The first person is somebody, she been rocking with us for a while, and she the first person on the list, first person to take advantage, Tracy Wilson.
Oh,
what's going on, Tracy? Was you watching live? We appreciate you right now. Dr. Jake is literally signing your book. You want to go ahead and put a number 1 in that book too? That's the first one.
Oh,
that we putting out. So you're gonna have that number 1 in there, Tracy. You know what order it is when you got signed. But move forward. We appreciate you, Tracy. You know you've been rocking with us inside the community, Private Banking Society, and really doing what it is you need to do to take things to the next level in your own personal business and your own personal life. So we appreciate the support, and also congratulations on taking the next step in understanding how to buy, build, and sell these companies.
Okay, cool. So Tracy, congratulations. Congratulations. So the first reason why you want to buy a company that already exists is to buy the established customer base. When you buy an existing business, you are also buying an established customer base that the previous owner has worked hard to build. Think about it. As an entrepreneur, one of the hardest things to do is to get an active, loyal customer base. You probably could stack them right there. An active, loyal customer base that wants to purchase products from you on a regular basis. So when you're buying a company that already has an established customer base, this can save you a lot of time and money on marketing and advertising efforts to attract new customers. You can also build upon the existing relationships and loyalty with new products and services. So when we're buying these companies, right, sometimes when we're looking at buying acquisition or businesses, sometimes we don't even care about the business itself. We don't even care about the assets that they sell. A lot of times, if a business is going out of business or somebody is transitioning to retirement, we may say, hey, listen, can we just have your customer base? Can we sell to your customer base? Can we offer your customer base our products and our services? And based upon that, we could give you a price point that we can actually purchase your customer base. So for an example, right? if someone's business is doing $50,000 to $100,000 a year, you can literally pay them $50,000 up to $200,000 for that customer base that's going to generate you $100,000 a year no matter what. Think about it. If you're coming into the game, most of us struggle with knowing who the heck to sell to. Think about that, right? Who do I sell to? Why? When do I sell to them? And how do I build up this market? And for me, coming online, I knew I didn't have a large customer base. So finding someone that either had a large audience or a large customer base for a period of time was extremely important for our brand to be able to stabilize itself and to continue to move forward. So one of the primary reasons why you want to buy an already existing business, one, is because it has a customer base of customers that are loyal, that's been coming to them for years, that you can actually get into. So for an example, y'all know I like to give case studies. For an example, say I was a mechanic.
Okay.
If I was a mechanic, I would not start my mechanic shop from scratch.
Okay.
If I were a mechanic, I'm a young mechanic, I would actually go and find an older mechanic that had their shop maybe for at least more than 10 years. So you're talking about 10, 15, 20 years that they had their shop. And I would ask them, could I buy their business from them? Why is this? Because an older mechanic typically doesn't have a retirement plan. An older mechanic typically has clients and customers that have been sending their children. They've been coming to them for years. An older mechanic already has the trust and credibility inside the community. And an older mechanic, typically, when they want to retire, they just leave their shop and leave everything in it because they don't know that they can get at least something from it. So if I were looking to start a mechanic shop, I would be looking to buy a business that already exists in the marketplace, like a mechanic shop. Maybe the mechanic's making $25,000 to $50,000 a year. But guess what? If you buy that business, that means you're inheriting $25,000 to $50,000 a year. And in this book, we actually teach you 9 ways to buy businesses without using your own money. Listen, if you listen to me on any form of social media, press the number 1. If learning how to buy businesses with 0 to no money down, 0 to almost no money down. Like, what's it?
Little to no money.
Little to no money down. 0 to little to no money down. Press number 1 in the chat.
Hey, so ain't that similar to what they be talking about in real estate a little bit?
Yes. And here's the biggest thing that people fail to realize, Iggy. I'm gonna talk about that in a second.
Okay.
That's my third point. But most people get so mad that banks don't want to fund your startup.
Gotcha.
And it's because people don't realize that most startups fail. So a bank already knows a bank is not going to give you financing or invest in your business for a business that they know statistically is not going to make it.
It ain't been proven.
However, just like you can get financing for buying a real estate property, a multifamily. As a matter of fact, you are more likely to get financing from a bank to get in a property that already has a tenant than you are at buying a property that's dilapidated that doesn't have a tenant in it.
Facts.
And it's because banks see businesses that already exist as an asset that's a cash flowing property or asset. So they're more probable to give you funding to buy an already existing business. Up to 80% you can get funding. Up to 80%. You can get funding to buy an already existing business that has an already existing customer base, and you can walk into equity in cash flowing property or business day 1. I'm gonna talk about that more in step 3. So customer base. So any industry we get into, I'm trying to buy a customer base that already exists. What else we got? What's the next name? What the market?
Next name is Denise Robbins. Denise, we appreciate
Denise, right?
Denise Robins. Denise Robbins, thank you so much for getting access to your hardback copy of Buy, Build, Sell, Repeat. I'm super excited because if y'all don't know, this is my first book. And Dr. Jake blessed me with the opportunity to be able to co-write this book with him. So I'm super excited to be a now published author
Yeah,
right?
you're not a furu no more.
I'm not a fool right here in these streets. I'm an actual published author. But I'm excited to get this information in the book. I'm excited to get this information in people's hands. And Denise Robbins, thank you so much for this purchase. Writing in number two. Number two.
So that's number. Hey, bro, wait, hold on. These people already got books. We just dropped the book.
We just dropped the book, and we just got these in. They fresh off the thing.
Yeah, listen. I wanna give a quick statistic. This will help so many people out. Okay. More than 6 million businesses in 2021 were started. A corporation was started. More than 6 million corporations were started in 2021. In 2020, 2021, 2022. 2021. In 2022, there were 5 million businesses available for sale. 2021 and 2022. Okay, you got that? More than 5 million businesses available for sale in 2021 combined with 2022. You follow me, right?
Gotcha.
Less than 350,000 businesses out of 5 million actually got bought.
Rocking and clocking.
That means that more than 3.7 million companies either never got an offer or are still available to purchase. Well, if anybody knows anything and you compare it to the real estate market, that's what you call a buyer's market.
Okay.
And a buyer's market is when there are more businesses for sale, assets for sale, than there are people to purchase.
So this is great timing right now. Is what you're saying.
No. Let me sit you down real quick.
Go ahead, take a squat. Bless you.
Now I'm ready. Now let me give you context. The first black billionaire in American history was by the name of Reginald F. Lewis. When he was starting his law firm from Harvard University, he never crossed $1 million in a year ever. And his first business he bought was a $23 million company.
Wait a minute.
That he put $0 down.
Wait a minute. You're going to have to explain this, dog.
Dog. He bought a $23 million company that he put $0 down on. 23 million.
Like million with an M.
He fixed and restructured the company only for 2 years. For 2 years later, for him to sell the company for $60 million in the 80s. Let me play y'all a clip of Reginald F. Lewis in the 80s and what he was saying in the 80s.
What's up, Reggie? What you got?
A summer intern program for young business and law students. For all his gruffness, he liked to spend time with his interns. He often sat around for hours discussing the state of the world. Orland Johnson, a Howard University law student who interned at Lewis and Clarkson one summer, remembers one evening when Lewis lectured Johnson and 2 other black students who were going to business school about his concern that too many African-American entrepreneurs were looking to start businesses from scratch rather than acquiring companies already up and running.
Wait a minute. The
first black billionaire in the 80s were teaching his interns in the 80s that too many black business owners in the late 80s are looking to launch companies when they should be buying those that already exist. Y'all, there's going to be more than 72, what they say, trillion? Let me see. I want to give y'all facts. The Great Wealth Exchange. Based on the Great Wealth Exchange, it's a $72 trillion wealth exchange.
Wow.
$72 trillion
Wow.
is going to be exchanged from one generation to the next. And it's not happening on Wall Street. 90% of the wealth in America is based on small business owners. And 68% of those businesses are baby boomers ready to retire. Because let me tell y'all something. Do y'all know what generation actually started that whole I'm building a business to pass to my children? The baby boomers started that. Because prior to that, it wasn't a thing. The baby boomers started, we're building businesses to pass to the next generation. And less than 6% of those companies get passed.
Wait a minute.
Baby boomers are starting to find out, it's fine. Baby boomers are starting to find out what a lot of us starting companies today still haven't figured out, because most of us don't know where to search when it comes to studying the history of business. Okay? And with the history of business, what you got to understand is that you have to study history to understand the future.
Mm-hmm.
And what history shows is that the baby boomers are starting to realize that their children don't want their companies. So now their entire retirement plan was that their children would take the company, and their children, the company, would pay them in perpetuity for starting it, because that's what they're supposed to do. What they're coming to find out is that your children don't want your businesses. They have their own journey. Press the number 1 right now if you're not following the same path of your parents, their jobs. Press the number 1 right now. If your parent have a business right now that you're not in the industry, or that your parent has a career and you chose to find a different path. Press the number 1 right now. This will signify and give you a signal that you saying that I'm building this business to pass down to the next generation. We have a misunderstanding of what that actually means. So these baby boomers, Iggy, they're coming to find out that, damn, my children don't want my plumbing business. My children don't want my church. My children don't want my cleaning business. My children don't want my manufacturing business. My children don't want my consulting business, because one, your children don't want to live in your shadow. They want to cut their teeth getting their own name. So these baby boomers have built these businesses without a plan to exit. That's why there are so many businesses available for sale to date at this moment. So these businesses are being sold at a price point that anyone can afford. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a statistic, then we're gonna move on. When it comes to these businesses, according to Biz Buy Sell Insight report, the average business is being acquired for $325,000. The average business that's already existing is being bought for $325,000. Isn't that the same price of a house? So people are getting into debt with the bank, Iggy, to get a house that they live in that's going to cost them money to live in it. We're buying houses that cost us money to sustain. And starting businesses from scratch while in debt in a house. But can we make it make sense? When the average business in America is being purchased for $320,000, that cash flows $743,000. Imagine this. Imagine buying an asset for $320,000 that revenues $743,000 a year. Why would I start from scratch when the bank can finance 80% of that? Let's do the math. Oh yeah, we teach that in the book too. And with the SBA 7A loan, the SBA is actually backing the banks, government backing the banks, because what they understand is that these people starting businesses from scratch, Iggy, you have a much better chance of keeping alive a company that already exists, because the backbone of America is our small businesses. So the government is backing banks that finance business owners that want to buy existing businesses, because the odds of that business staying alive long term is beneficial for you. We got it? All right, so let's do the math. $320,000. The SBA loan is backing 80% of it. That means that all you got to come up with is $64,000 to buy a business that does 743. Now watch this. And in the book, we also teach you how to get a seller finance, which means the business owner finances the business for you, and you put $0 down.
Y'all better listen.
So if you understand how to buy businesses, some of you can be able to walk into an already existing company that's already revenuing cash flow, that's already profiting, that already has a staff, that already has management, that already has customers with $0 out of pocket. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you be able to find investors that can invest $60,000 into you if they knew for a fact that you were acquiring a $700,000 revenuing business? Would it be hard for you all to find financing? Get investors to invest $60,000 total for a business that cash flows $700,000. Anyone? Anyone? No, it's not going to be hard. But everyone on social media, they're teaching you, start these companies from scratch, build it from scratch, and they're not showing. Bro, there are so many people that take these courses. And I had to learn this for us. That's why if anyone ever has followed me, I've never told you a specific industry to get into. I've never told you a specific industry to get into, because I know personally how I made my first million in the industry that I was in. It does not mean that that industry is beneficial for you.
Right.
And there are so many furu gurus on the internet making you think that the industry that they made the money is so easy to make the money that they fool you to pay your $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 only for you to figure out that that industry was not made for you at all. And now you doubt your ability to be a business owner because for some odd reason, they told you that if you couldn't make it doing this because it's so easy, you couldn't be successful. Now you're doubting yourself as an entrepreneur, not realizing that it takes a special type of person to take a company from $0 to $1 million from scratch.
Talk that talk, Doc.
And I'm sick and tired of seeing our people that have all of the basic capabilities of being great fall victim to all this BS online, thinking that you can't be a business owner and get financial freedom for your family because you don't know how to start a company from scratch.
Talk that talk, Doc.
Buying a business is learning how to be a manager. And I'm teaching you in the book. Me and Iggy, we teach you in this book how to buy a business that already exists, that already has management, that already has a staff, and you can make more money in cash flow. Listen. Can I?
Go ahead, Doc.
Can I be real? Let's just do the math. Let's do the math. Most of us, you hear all these people in real estate. All these people in real estate. Buy the business, right? They say buy that property, right? 3.5% down. You can do seller finance. You can wholesale. You can do all for real estate, right? Say you get a $700,000 property. Mm-hmm. The average house today is around $300,000. And depending on where you are, it's $500,000 to $600,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-home, two bedroom, 2 restroom. So let's say $700,000 property. You may be thinking about a 4-unit.
Mm-hmm.
You may be thinking about a 4-unit. So this 4-unit property, you finance $700,000 for a 4-unit property. The average amount of money you make per door is $250 to $400 net profit per door for a 4-door unit. So you're in debt $720,000 to make $300 per door. So you're in debt $720,000 to make $120,000 a month. Not including taxes. Not including expenses, people busting your windows and leaving the water flooding and messing up your carpet, holes in the wall. It makes more sense to take that same economic blueprint, get financing for the same $720,000, and get the bank to buy you an already existing, cash flowing, profitable employee already having company, where you can cash flow $5,000 to $10,000 a month with the same acquisition. But the reason why no one's teaching you this online is the same reason why I'm the one who brought private banking to the culture.
Talk that talk, Doc.
This is statistical. This is proven. No one was talking about being your own bank online before Dr. Jake got online teaching it. Because I say this is really crazy. Just like no one is teaching how to buy and sell companies online to the magnitude we're about to bring it. Because there's not a lot of people that understand. Why would you start a company from scratch when there are 2.2 million companies for sale right now? And last year, only 150,000 just last year. So out of 2.2 million companies that are available, only 150,000 were purchased. So what does that mean? There are companies right now, there are owners that run their companies right now that just want to get off the business. They're about to liquidate. They're about to shut down. They're taking less customers and clients because they don't know if anyone's going to buy their company. And you can go walk right in and buy the company with zero money down. We teach this in a book.
You getting hot, Doc. Let's get another book in there.
All right, what book? What else we got?
We got another Denise. This is Denise Villela.
I'm going to just say Denise V.
Denise V.
Give me the pen.
Villela.
Hey, listen, while we writing this down, if this is making sense to y'all, let me see ones in the chat.
Yeah. And y'all might want to share this with somebody you care about. Because this information right here, like you said, it's not nobody talking about it to the level we about to bring it. So
hold on. Hey, I appreciate that, cousin. Blessed T said the 4-unit has great equity in the house. Ooh. Hey, you stay here, brother, okay? Because I'm about to teach y'all business economics 101. Hey, Chuck said, college business classes teach you theory. Dr. Jake and Iggy teach you from experience and real world results. I'm about to show you equity, cousin. Hold on. Stay right there, brother. Are you still here? Hold on.
I hope so.
Hold on, brother. Are you still here?
I hope so.
That's Bless. Oh, that's Bless. Bless, you still here? Y'all hold on real quick. I'm about to teach you equity. I'm about to teach you equity, all right?
DENISVILLELLA. Thank you so much, Denise. Number 3 right here, signing the book. Buy, Bill, Say, Repeat. Guys, if you want to get access to this book, you can go to buybillsayrepeat.com right now. You can get the first 3 chapters, both audio and digital copy for just $1. You can try it out, listen to it, figure out if something like. Even if you want to go ahead and make a purchase of the hard copy or paperback, you can do that. Buybillsayrepeat.com right now.
All right, so look, Bless said they got equity. See, this is the piece of business they don't tell y'all.
Should have sharp.
Okay, we bought a company.
Talk about it.
For $500.
$500.
Are y'all following me? You follow me, IG?
Right.
You follow me, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn? Listen to me.
$500.
We bought a company for $500. We bought a company for $500. We cash flowed on a $500 acquisition of an already existing company and tech product. So we took $500
Okay.
of an already existing tech product and company.
Okay.
We cash flowed $633,000 in the first 16 months of a $500 acquisition.
Mm-hmm.
After that, the company is technically valued at $3.4 million.
Okay.
We sold 45% of it for $1.3 million. And we still own and control 55%. And we're going to sell the rest for $10 million in the next 2 years.
Equity.
So what?
It.
That,
Yeah. Equity.
what real estate property provides you that much equity? What?
How?
How?
When? 500.
What real estate property?
Okay.
Do you know you can buy for $500? Have unlimited listen, when you own a property, you have limited renters. You're limited. You're capped on the amount of money you can make from the property based on the doors you have.
Mm-hmm.
When you buy an already existing company, you have unlimited renters, i.e. customers that come regularly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we teach you how to buy businesses that are need-based businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Because these customers are regular. Now, when you add value to the company, it raises the equity of the company, and you can sell it for 2 to 30 times the value of the revenue and or the profits. Name me one entrepreneur that you know that bought a $500 property, cash flowed $633,000 from the property in the first 16 months, and then sold it for $1.3 million just for 45% of it.
You can do that in the comment section if y'all got it.
You can't find them. They're not out there. But I can name you many different entrepreneurs that put zero money down, no money, $500, $1,000, $10,000, and exited millions. The odds of you actually starting a company from scratch and making $1 million from zero is 9%. But the odds of you buying multiple companies and then selling it to become a millionaire increases your odds damn near 100%.
Mm-hmm.
You do the math. My bad, I'm yelling, y'all. Y'all know. I've been working on my breathing. I've been working on my breathing. That's why we say buy, build, sell, repeat. Buy, build, sell, repeat. We teach you that in this book. Let me go to another point. All right, so we talked about that. Point number 2. The reason why you want to buy an already existing company is a proven business model. The reason why you want to buy an already existing company. Do you have the master class for the next one up in their phone already? You want to do another one? Run it back? Put it in front? Yeah, put it in front. The number 2 reason you want to buy a business model. It's a proven business model. I see so many black and brown entrepreneurs. Yeah, we don't get funding and financing because of our color. Yes. But if you understand the economics of business, the odds of you getting financing from a bank for an already existing business is just as probable as it is for you to get financing for real estate properties. Why do banks like to finance real estate properties? Anyone? Can anyone answer that for me? Whether you're on IG, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, refresh. Can anyone tell me why banks or investors feel more comfortable investing in or financing real estate properties? Anyone? Okay. Stability of income. All right. What else? Hard asset that you can borrow against. Okay. What else? No, I don't. What else? Steady stream of revenue. Okay. So why won't they invest? Why won't you got the collateral? That's correct. Mm-hmm. See, The piece about business that people fail to realize, when you buy a company, the customer base is considered collateral. The invoices that haven't been paid is considered collateral. The properties that the business owns is considered collateral. The licensing and the trademarks are considered collateral. So when the bank or an investor is looking at the business, y'all, can I tell you something else? Even the staff is considered an asset because the business wants to know, the bank wants to know, who do you have to run this business that you may or may not know about? Here's the next thing that's considered collateral. What are the already existing cash flows? See, this is what banks want to know when they fund your property. This is what they say. You ready? They say, how many units, how many people in it? The more people you have in the property, the easier it is to get financing. Mm-hmm. That's why when you see people build these apartment complexes from scratch, they never sell the apartment complex until they have 90% capacity. Then they sell it for a profit. Why? Because the more at capacity you are, the more you can actually sell the property for. Because in real estate, just like in business, it's not just about the property, but it's also about the cash flow that increases the sale. So when I'm looking at getting equity for capital to buy a business, I want to already buy a business that has a proven business model, which means I don't have to spend the time trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. But when you start a company from scratch, guess what happens? The bank knows that you don't know what works or what doesn't. They know that. You say, man, but Jake, I had a business plan and a business model, and let me tell you something. Can I tell you something?
Talk to him.
Mike Tyson said, everybody got a plan till you get punched in the face.
He would know.
He got punched in the face a lot. But if you go and buy a business that's been 10, 20, 30, 40 years in existence, not only do they already have the history on their Dun & Bradstreet number, their company social. Mm-hmm. They got a history of customers. They got products already out there. They got employees that work for them. This is a win-win deal. Iggy, who the next person? If this is making sense, y'all, I hope that, man, if this is not making sense, I'm going to keep teaching y'all until it does.
All right, next, we got my man, Sheldon Phillips. Sheldon Phillips, you got number 4.
Sheldon. Sheldon. Let's put that there. Sheldon
Phillips, we appreciate you. Again, if y'all want access to the book, you can go to buybuildsellrepeat.com, right? And if you're not looking to get the whole book today, you can try the first 3 chapters out for just $1. And chapter 3 is going to be a big chapter that you want to pay close attention to. That's going to be a lot of what we talk about when we talk about being suitable, your suitability score, explaining exactly what that is. Again, buybuildsellrepeat.com. You can get access to the first 3 chapters for $1. Or if you like, you can go ahead and get the hardback. The hardback is going to be one that we autograph for you, or you can get the paperback, and we can get that to you as well. But buybuildsellrepeat.com, because this is something this is information that not a lot of people are privy to. Not a lot of people understand. You may hear all the time people talk about knowing your exit when you got a business or you're growing a business, right? Understanding what that is. Having your company suitable for that exit and prepared for that exit means you're going to be running a more efficient business, and you're going to be able to get a larger amount on your exit, because being able to sell that business, get that cash from that business, is going to put you in a position where you can actually retire. Doctor, you did a video about it today, and I want you to talk about that just a little bit.
Becoming suitable to sell?
Yes.
Well. Here some of you all are sitting on $100,000 or $1 million+ asset right now, aka your business. And a lot of y'all are getting into debt to try to get into another industry or an endeavor because you're tired of what you're doing, when you don't know that you can actually sell your company. See, this is the piece of business that these gurus never talk about because they don't do real business. Anyone that is teaching you to build your business on a personal brand is literally teaching you business genocide. Building your business on a personal brand and a personal brand alone where the entire company is circumvented around your personality is the very best way to diminish everything that you're building. Why? Because as long as you got to be the one getting on lives, and these are all things that we struggle with, getting on live and doing all these other things, when you want to exit and get capital and retire and get into another industry, what do most business owners do when you're ready to move on? You shut down, you take less clients, you start, let me tell y'all something, in case you don't know, it actually costs money to stop doing business. Most business owners lose money stopping the business. What do you mean? You in a lease. Well, guess what? If you're in a commercial lease and you stop business, you got to pay the difference of that contract. Then you gotta then if you got staff, guess what you gotta do if you shut down? Now you gotta give some type of severance or some type of money to kind of hold them over to move them on. Then what you gotta do? Now you got equipment and all this other stuff that you have. Now you gotta get rid of. Now you gotta decipher. Now you gotta move away from it. It costs to do business as well as it costs to shut down businesses. So the best way to start a business is not starting a business from scratch. I got my uncle Win on IG right now. He was able to buy a business, zero money down. He and my auntie acquired a restaurant that was already existing, that already had a location, that already had customers, and was able to buy and acquire a restaurant with zero money down, no money out of pocket. And the owner worked the deal out with them called a seller finance, where the business pays them off long term. See, you'll learn that. You'll learn that from people that do real business. Stop learning from people online that's teaching you to have a more vulnerable job than the job that you're working. Because running a business from scratch, building a business based on your personality, you putting yourself in a more vulnerable position than you ever could if you owned a job, if you worked a job. Why? Because at least the business that's been around 40 years that you work for is probably has a better chance of staying around 10 more years than your business that's built on your personality, built off of a trend, and you're selling trendy businesses, and you increase your lifestyle to fit your new income. So when the trend dies, you can't pivot. How do I know this? I've been there, done that.
Oh, so you talking from experience?
Yeah, just like I'm talking from experience how to buy and sell companies.
You dig?
If y'all picking up what I'm putting down, let me know in the chat.
Somebody got to hear this.
And if you ain't sharing this to your friends, cousins, and all of them, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Let's
who we got next?
Next up on the list, we got
and you listen, we only got about 15 more minutes because we got our class with the master class. Oh, listen, and we're teaching a 4-day master class once a month, 4 days, on how to buy businesses with zero to little to no money down. So
we got Sheila Dina coming up next.
So we got that. We got the next one. We got one that's shutting down right now. We're finishing one. The next one starts next month.
Doc, they ordering books. We nowhere. If everybody that orders a book, autograph, copy, hardback, you will be able to experience having us doing a live signing, because we will be doing this on a repeated basis as the orders come in. So I see y'all ordering today, and we're not going to even get to everybody who's already ordered even before we started the live.
So where's the link for the masterclass?
Link for the masterclass?
Yeah.
I don't have it yet.
All right, so listen, the new masterclass isn't up yet. If you get the book,
hardback,
the hardback cover book, only the hardback for the masterclass? The paper book or the hardback, right?
I don't know what you're gonna say now.
Yeah, if you get the paper book, or the hardback, or even the ebook, you'll get a link in your email. Within the next 24 to 48 hours, with you being able to register for the next 4-day class. With you being able to register for the next 4 days.
Said I'm in the next class.
And the class is $97. 4-day class, $97. For $97, you'll be able to learn how to buy and sell companies. So you can, go to buybuildsellrepeat.com. That's right, Hazel. Go to buybuildsellrepeat.com. You'll actually get access to this book.
Yep.
We have the audio book that you can get access to. Just follow the prompts. You'll be able to work your way there.
Yeah,
right.
Literally, you'll be able to get access to the first 3 chapters for just $1, both the ebook and the audiobook if you just want to test it out. Or you can go ahead and buy the paperback or the hardback, the hardcover book right there on the page.
All right, so what's next?
Right now, this is
Sheila.
ILA, and then last name DINA. Thank you so much, Sheila Dina, for getting your hardback copy. We appreciate you. You've been rocking with us as well. So this is number 5. You got number 5 of the book. So this is something that one of the big things about the hardback copies and the physical copies that we like is that you have something physical that you can pass down to your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, all right, your friends, your whoever, something that they can read so they can understand the mindset that you are in. And when you're talking about, hey, I got these companies and I got these businesses and you're going to take over the portfolio, you need to understand how to continue buying and selling. This is going to be a great thing for you to be able to pass down to them, for them to be able to pick up where you left off. It's key.
And let me tell y'all something. A lot of people get half information. When you hear you build a business to pass it down to the next generation, you got to study history and understand the context. The context of building a business and passing down to the next generation. And everybody always say Rockefeller and Vanderbilt and all of that. But most people fail to realize that the legacy or generation or corporation that was passed down to the next generation was not the original business that the father, grandfather, cousin them started with. The Kennedys didn't pass down the liquor business. They passed down the corporation that had the equity, the assets, and the capital in it for them to continue to move forward.
Yeah, explain it to him.
Donald Trump's father did not pass the real estate properties, all of them, down that he started with. He passed down what was left and then the capital that he was able to expend to give Donald Trump an opportunity to start again from scratch. See, when you understand and you get information online, you got to understand the context. And so many people miss the context because the people that's teaching it lack it. Mm-hmm. You can't get context with people that's stuck on content. You can't get context with people that haven't experienced because experience brings context. Okay? The last one, because y'all know we got to finish our class. The last reason. If
y'all in that class, y'all are getting the emails now, the reminders right now.
The last reason why you want to buy a business that already exists. And see, I can't. Okay. The last, hold on.
BuyBillSellRepeat.com.
The last reason why you want to buy a company that already exists. Oh, should I tell it what I said? I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna read it. Existing infrastructure. That's the reason. Existing infrastructure. Jake, what you mean existing infrastructure? So many people miss the key. How many of you have heard such and such built this company and sold it for $100 million to such and such? Such and such built this company and they sold it for $1 billion to such and such. Such and such built this company and they sold it for $10 million to such and such.
Y'all done heard it.
Because they built the business with the spirit of selling it. Jake, what do you mean? Jake, what do you mean? They realized what that company didn't have. And they went and built the infrastructure of a new opportunity and sold the infrastructure to the existing business that had the capital to take it to the next level.
Okay.
This is where so many of us miss the mark. Okay. The reason why many of us won't build $1 million company is because we haven't had $1 million development yet. So the best chance of getting there is to buy and sell companies so that you can get the capital that you need to continue to play the game of business. Somebody asked the question, Hazel said, will I still get my book signed if I get it after this video? I don't want to leave and miss what you are. We only sign in hardback books.
If you order that, then we'll do this. We're gonna be doing this periodically.
Yeah, if you order hardback books, we'll sign it, and more than likely we'll go live and we'll do a whole flow. And I think we're gonna have this where we're teaching and signing books at the same time.
I like this.
Okay? So only if you order the hardback. Okay, cool. So the existing infrastructure, the other reason why you want to buy a business that already exists is because it already has infrastructure. An existing business most times comes with an established infrastructure, including equipment, systems, processes, and employees. This can save you time and money on setting up your own infrastructure and hiring new employees. Let me tell you something. The cost of setting up infrastructure and employees is the hardest cost because you're starting from scratch. So to buy one that already exists, and you can buy one for zero money down. I'm teaching y'all the zero money down way. You can get in the game of buying a company with zero money down. Okay. And the average down payment for businesses is 30% down on the asking price. So all you got to do is come up with at minimum 30% down of the asking price to buy these companies. The banks will finance the rest, or if the bank finances 70 to 80%, you can ask the owner that you're buying the company from, can they finance the other 30? In most cases, they'll say yes. Let me tell you a secret. Y'all hear all the time, right? Oh, y'all see these headlines. Such and such bought this company for, such and such bought that company for. Only 5% of the time do these businesses get all the money up front. In most cases, when businesses are bought, they don't get all the cash up front. They don't. It's a finance deal. So buying an infrastructure already. So let me give you an example. Okay, give you an example. I know y'all like Jake. What's the example? If say I was a hair braider, I'm not going to start braiding hair from scratch. I'm gonna go find an old lady that does hair, that has her infrastructure, that wants to start retiring, that makes about $5,000 to $7,000 a month, already has her clientele. I would get a valuation on what her business is worth with her already existing clientele. Then I would offer to buy her clientele off of her. Why would you do that? Because most people who start cutting hair or doing hair start from scratch. When you can start with, listen, when you're buying a mature customer base, they don't want a lot of stuff done to their hair. So it's easy, quick money that you can make from scratch while you're building in and bringing in a new customer base. So if I was in business, I would be buying these hairstylist businesses. Jake, why would you do that? It's very simple, cousin. Let me tell you why. Because most people who cut hair and do hair, guess what they end up doing anyway? They end up giving their clientele to the person in their salon. They end up giving their clientele for free. They end up giving their clients that they spent 10, 20, 30 years building because they want to move on, because they don't know that they can purchase it. So what if you can purchase a $5,000 to $6,000 revenuing a month book of business for $10,000, $20,000? Because that person who was leaving their clientele didn't even know they can get any money. You give them $20,000 and they give you a $60,000 a year book of business. Well, how would you do that, Jake? Well, when you offer that money, you tell that person, hey, listen, I'm going to give you $20,000 down if you can have me start replacing you and doing your client's hair so they get comfortable with me and we move on. And then after that, for a year, I'm going to give you 10 to 20% of the business for a year to 2 years. So $20,000 down, $40,000 out the door. You got to transition to your new life. And I get the book of business while I'm soliciting online for the audience or the clientele that I like. Now, what you going to do? Then you start doing the same thing with many other men or women that's doing hair that want to retire or leave the hair game. So you new in the game, and in your first year, you can have $100,000 to $200,000 book of business because you bought business and infrastructure that already exists. See, online they teach us how to hustle backwards, and we wonder why we tired playing the game of business. We wonder why we tired. And it clicked to me. It clicked the moment that we bought a $500 a business for $500. For $500, we bought a company. Cash flow 633. Exited 1.3. We're just only selling 45%, and we're going to sell it in 2 years for $10 million. So think about that. A $500 acquisition will pay us millions of dollars in between, and we're going to exit for $10 million. You do the math. You do the math. What's the next one? Then we got to wrap it up and finish, y'all.
It's the last one we're gonna get today. This is gonna be Ursula.
Ursula.
Ursula, last name Avey.
Spell Ursula.
Ursula. Last name Aveiles. Congratulations, Ursula. You got number 6. We appreciate you so much again. For those of you who are in the chat, in the comment section, wanting to know where to buy the books, buy, build, sell, repeat.com. Again, buy, build, sell, repeat.com. You can go and you can get the first three chapters, both in digital and audio, for just $1. If you want to get the hardback, you want to get the paperback, you can do that as well. But you can try it out for just $1 at buy, build, sell, repeat.com.
And those of you that purchase the hardcover book, you're going to be able to get access to our masterclass that we're going to do again next month. It's a 4-day live masterclass, and it's grueling. We got a test. We got a quiz. You got to pass some stuff to know that you know it. But 4 days, when you get the hardcover book, only for the hardcover, you're going to get more than a 50% discount at $97. You'll be able to get into this class to learn how to buy companies with zero to little money down. Telling you. Hardcover, you get access to that. Everyone else, you'll get a little discount, but it ain't going to be as much as that.
Oh, Sharpie.
Oh, my bad, Sharpie. All right. So, go to buybuildsellrepeat.com. Go and get your copy today. And we also have a, let me see how many questions that is. Y'all, we don't play no game when it comes to education.
We ain't really here to play no game.
I like how you did. We ain't really, I don't know how you did that. The Melon. We ain't really here to play no, but I don't know what that was, but that was good. So, we actually have, after you take this, the hardcover, how much is the hardcover?
Hardcover right now, $55 plus shipping.
Yeah, the hardcover is $55 plus shipping. And when you finish this book, you can also upgrade and get the audio version too. When you finish this book, you can upgrade and get the audio version too. We actually have a 236 question test. We have a 236 question test that you will be able to take to test your knowledge on buying, building, and selling companies. I'm telling y'all, it's going to be great. And for those that pass that test, and that's actually a part of our community, we've actually are raising money actively right now to help you finance buying and selling companies. We started a fund called the Minority Acquisitions and Expansion Fund, whose sole purpose is to help minority business owners buy companies that already exist. Yeah, we're going to help you finance those deals too. But you got to be in our world.
All right, Jake, we got to wrap it up. We got to wrap it up. Listen, I appreciate all of you for hopping in on this impromptu live virtual book signing. We wanted to make sure that we show the proper appreciation to those who took fast action, right, to go ahead and order their books. Those of you who have ordered the hard copies today during this live, no worries. Again, we'll be teaching and signing periodically as the orders come in. But for those of you who got access to whether just the sample copy for $1 first 3 chapters, you want to go ahead and dive in. Reading it, listen to, especially chapter 3. For those of you upgraded and you also got the audio version and the PDF version, You want to make sure that you know play it in your car, play it when you going to sleep, right? Put it in your headphones. Substitute the book in times when you may be listening to music or watching videos on social media. Plug in the book, you know, push play, and then go about your day so you can let the information sink in. For those of you looking to get access, buybuildsellrepeat.com. Go ahead and get access. And for those of you who got access to the last 4 days, you know today is a bonus day for y'all. I already sent the email communication out, and we'll see y'all on the Zoom.
Let me say this real quick before we go. Bless said this seems so easy and hard to believe. It is not easy.
It's simple. It's not easy, brother.
Let me be clear. I'm not them people that's gonna lie to you. Buying a business is not easy. You'll get denied a lot. You got to work through the kinks. But it's simple, not easy. Okay? It is simple, not easy. I want y'all to understand. Buying a business that already exists. This is what we're teaching you how to do. We bought a company for $500. Cash flow $633,000 in the first 16 months. Sold 45% of it for 1.3. It's currently valued right now at $3 million. In 2 years, we're selling it for $10 million.
10 piece.
We're going to make more money on the exit than we ever did running a business.
You did.
So buying a company that already exists is not easy. However, it is simple.
Mm-hmm.
And when you understand the economics of business and the odds of running a successful company, you have a better chance at becoming a millionaire by buying businesses that already exist from people that want to retire than you do at starting one from scratch. Go to buybuildsellrepeat.com. And again, Dr. Jake is bringing you information that's going to transcend the industry.
You dig. Peace.
Peace. Talk to y'all later.